Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We have more testimony to sort through. we, still dueling with, Great on here, but we just got him to admit that he was there at the time. Even if everything else is not necessarily going our way. And, again, I feel like I brought it up last time, but I'm still wondering why Ryunosuke was still worried about the blood test thing, but, I guess we'll find out. But before we do that proper, there was a funny exchange I discovered that I wanted to show off. It's not really plot relevant, but, you know.
Hold it!
Mr. Winnebaker Bird's from the storeroom, I believe. Yeah, if you apparently, yeah, you pursue these guys. Mr. Nash Skulkin, do you have something to add? Eh? What? Something that was said just now appears to have got you thinking. Oh, well, yeah. I was just thinking about my bruv, so sulky. Oh, the one you've lost touch with? Yeah, that guy. He can be a right nasty piece of work sometimes, that one. Always used to not be sure to grub when we had anything to eat. He does sound like a very mean man. Oi! What are you looking at me for, sunshine? So yeah, there's also a different piece of dialogue if you press Ringo, or... Yeah, the short one. Ringo.
Excuse me!
Mr. Ringo Skulkin, do you have something to add? Eh? What? Something that was said just now appears to have got you thinking. Oh, well, yeah. I was just thinking about my brother Silky. Oh, the one you lost touch with? Yeah, blimey. He can be a saint sometimes, that one. Always used to give me a share of his grub when we had anything to eat. He sounds like a very kind man. Hey, get out of it. These chips are mine. I'm not sharing. And yeah, the first time I did that, I actually got a trophy for it. So yeah, interesting reminiscences on their third brother. But now, to begin with the testimony proper.
Hold it!
Mr. Winnebaker Bird's from the storeroom, I believe. Ringo and Nash were scouring the counter when he suddenly appeared and flew at them. He already had the revolver in his hand. Fortunately, I wasn't too close. I'd have been so scared all my life. Yeah, we were just your regular mild mannered burglars, that's all. We don't like violence. Says the pair who carry a gun. I mean, you gotta have, you know, you gotta defend yourself when you're robbing, right? Self-defense and everything. What do you mean when you say that you were near the entrance to the shop? I was in the doorway, running my eyes over the shelves of forfeited items. Looking for the music box, of course. Also, okay, so he admits that he was here, or there, the night of the murder. But he's saying he didn't do it, and he's also saying that he wasn't involved in the leaking of government secrets and stuff. So, like, if he's willing to admit that he was there, like, if he wasn't there because, you know, of the government secret thing, why would he even be there to look for the music box in the first place? I feel like that's a point worth pursuing. Because otherwise he was just there to fucking steal random knickknacks and bric-a-brac, and that doesn't even make sense. So, what's that about? Am I right? But anyway, the broker went for Nash in the first place. Then Ringo joined in, making it 2 against 1. So I assumed they could handle the situation. Yeah, but I was wrong. I was trying to help me little bruv, but the old geezer chucked me over the blooming counter. Yeah, get yeeted, as it were. So I pulled my gun on the old fella, And that so made him Scarpa. The pair of you settling upon the port and Prince of Pawnbroker together. Shame on you. Sorry, Cove. Well, hey, at least they apologized. When Winterbank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I assume that's when he got shot. You mean, that's the moment that he was shot? Yes. Though I didn't immediately realize what had happened, of course. Things crashed to the floor from the counter as the three men were brawling. It was exactly that moment that it happened, so I didn't hear the gunshot. And the bullet went on to strike the calendar in the wall behind you. So it would appear. When I looked at my arm, I saw that it was bleeding badly, so I wrapped my handkerchief around it. Seeing as I couldn't explain what had happened to a doctor, I had no choice but to wait for it to heal. I mean, you just tell him that he got shot without explaining the circumstances of it. Like, just be like, oh yeah, I got in a scuffle and some dude shot me, you know? Like, you could easily do that. I didn't imagine it would still be bleeding 2 days later. Did Mr. Winterbank intend to shoot you, do you think? Yeah, well now, I don't imagine he even noticed I was there, to be honest. Perhaps the gun went off accidentally. Anyway, it didn't quite strike home. And when I pulled the gun on him, he tried to shove me out the way. And then he scarfed and flew out that door out back. And what point? What did you do? He shut himself in the storeroom. You could see him through the peephole of the door. You mean you chased after him? I don't recall the reason why, but I ran after him to the back of the shop. What do you mean you don't recall the reason why? What the fuck? You can't just be like, oh, I don't know, I was being quirky. Ugh. And what about this peephole in the door you mentioned? Well, unsurprisingly, the storeroom door was a solid job. Made of stout wood. Oh, that peephole, right, that's the fucking... Okay, when you say peephole, I wouldn't really call it... That's more like an opening, I would say. A peephole is like, if you peep into, like, the door, like, you know, like the lock, you know? That's what I assumed before, but yeah, I remember that. That's where we saw his dead body initially. But there's a small opening in it, there's a small opening in it about head height that lets you see what's what in there from the outside. Actually, I should know that, shouldn't I? I looked through it myself that night. Yeah, exactly. But again, I wouldn't call it peephole, though. Like I said, it's more of an opening, really. And what about you burgling brothers? Did you see what went on through this peephole as well? Peepus. No, likely, Gov. I didn't see nothing of the sort, Gov. I doubt these two buffoons were even aware of the peephole's existence. So the Skulkin brothers were there, but they didn't see the killing of Mr. Winterbank take place. Inside the storeroom, I could see the broker and that young girl standing there. The defendant? Yes, though neither of them noticed that I was looking. The girl raised her gun and pointed it straight at the man. And then, what did you say next? The accused in a black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety.
Hold it!
Okay, that doesn't really make sense. Care to elaborate? Yes, when the crime was discovered, the defendant was found with a gun in her hand. But that was Mr. Winterbank's gun, from which only a single bullet had been fired. And as we've already established, Mr. Graydon, That bullet was fired at you. Ah, no. It was in the broker's gun that the pickpocket girl had when I saw her. Yes, the bullet from Winterbank's gun grazed my arm. And yes, the Skulkin's gun grabbed the detective. But this was another gun entirely. A third gun. The broker's gun was not the murder weapon, so clearly there had to be a third firearm involved. In other words, the accused must have had her own gun with her at the time.
Objection!
So why the fuck did she have Winterbank's gun in her hand? Again, I feel like the things we thought we knew before versus what we know now, like, the original case against her doesn't even make sense. She had her own gun that she shot him with, but somehow she was found with Winterbank's gun in her hand? How the fuck does that make sense logically? Come on, guys. But no other gun was found at the scene. Calm yourself, Counsel. Sorry. You must consider the events in order. At first, I saw the broker and the girl glaring at each other, but then all of a sudden, the broker turned to run. And it was at that moment that the little gutter rat shot him in the back. A chilling image, I must say. Yeah, but it doesn't fucking answer my question. Ryunosuke says, no other gun was found at the scene. He says he saw he just explained what he already saw, or says he saw before. And like, that's not a counter argument, my fucking dude. Sorry, I'm getting a little worked up for no good reason. The logic is just seems a bit iffy. But it gets like this sometimes, right? Like the initial case against the client, like as you learn more and more about what actually happened, like they still try to say that the person who clearly probably couldn't have done it did it. Like, you know, it's happened in some cases, I guess.
Hold it!
All over her. Wait. Okay, I know we can't present it as evidence, but Ryunosuke saw Gina that night, and you clearly wasn't covered in blood. So once again, you're fucking lying. You're a dirty little liar, dude. What the fuck? Yes, through the peephole, I saw it clearly. Of course, the stains are invisible now. What with the coat being such a dark color? Okay, okay, so I guess you just mean like the blood-stained coat. I thought we say like blood splatter. I thought like her whole fucking like face and arms and body and shit were just like, you know, stained red with blood. Can I assure you, that garbage is sullied with the victim's blood? That's a damn lie. Well, it is sullied with blood, that's for sure. But it's not Mr. Winterbank's blood, is it? No, that's right. It's Mr. Mason Milverton's blood from when McGilded stabbed him 2 months ago. Yeah, when the Magnus McGilded stabbed Mr. Mason Milverton in his stomach. You know. It's so annoying. If they'd only accept Harley's chemical analysis, we could prove that. But they won't. So unfortunately, we can't use it as evidence to support our case. Bother. I mean, yeah, okay, She tossed it out of the peephole, you picked it up, and made your escape. So where is the third gun then, Grey Dawn, my guy?
Hold it!
Did I hear you correctly? So you said you threw the gun out of the room, grabbed Winterbank's gun, locked herself in, and then passed out. Like, come on, it don't make no logical sense. That's right. After the broker fell to the floor, she started walking over. Over where exactly? In the direction of the storeroom door. to where I was watching. Of course, I quickly retreated. And then, the girl dropped the gun through the peepus onto the floor on my side of the door. But why on earth would she do such a thing? That doesn't make any damn sense. I couldn't tell you. Perhaps she was hoping to distance herself from the murder weapon. Without thinking, I went and picked it up. I suppose I was worried about just leaving it there, in case any more tragedies took place. So where is the gun now, Graydon, Ashley, pal, Eggert, Egg Boy? So it was you, in fact, who took the third gun from the scene of the crime. Okay, I wouldn't fucking pose about it like it was something triumphant, my dude. Yes, it was yours truly. I left the clear-up to my lackeys and left. Clear-up? We made a bit of a mess around the counter, so, Mr. Whistle and Floaty had told Mr. Taurus to tidy up. He thinks he's a bloomin' mum sometimes. Well, I was paying you enough, by God. Tell me, Mr. Graydon, when you left the pawnbrokery that night, was it by any chance the second disc in your jacket pocket?
You little toe rag!
What the fuck? Bro, what the... What? You guys, you seeing this shit? What? What? I'm sorry? Jeez Louise. Okay, well, I'll get to that in a second. You're like a bull at a gate. But I admit to nothing of the sort. After all, you can't even show the court such a disc exists, can you? As expected, he won't admit to anything unless I can thrust the evidence into his face. It's not as easy as you thought, is it? To pin a crime on this lapel. It won't stick. Not murder, not treason. Maybe not right now, but you won't be sniggering like that forever. Okay, well, you say it's not hard to make the crime stick on you, but you just admitted to breaking and entering at least. So I got that on you. What you feeling, Bruno? As much as I hate to admit it, I don't see any obvious holes in his testimony at the moment. I see like 5. What the fuck are you talking about, Bruno? But you have to find a way to break this man. Physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Just, you know, turn him into a quivering husk of a man. That's your job as a defense lawyer. And quickly, too. Because once they discover the blood on the overcoat Gino was wearing, it's a bit strange that he's so sure of himself about seeing the blood splatter on Ginny's coat. It doesn't strike me as the sort of thing you'd claim if you hadn't genuinely seen it happen. But we know that Gina didn't shoot Mr. Wenderbank. So what's going on? Hell if I know. All I know is that it's very unfair. Why could some German scientist test be acceptable as evidence when mine and Hurley's wasn't? Detectives can use test tubes too. Never mind that. I had to find a really stark inconsistency in this testimony somewhere. And I had to find it before the prosecution again, I don't see why is that a bad thing? If Ginny's test and the German scientist guy's test lead to the same result, it's only a good thing for us. What the fuck? Again, I'm not fully understanding things. Anyway.
Hold it!
Now I need to hear about. Get back here. You retreated. You took the gun. Let the clear up. Yeah, ugh.
You little toe rag!
Okay.
Excuse me.
Are you sure what the fuck's going on here? Gentlemen! Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Something wrong, Sunshine. Bro, you were literally fucking, like, choking this man. Or, like, I guess more like holding him by the lapel. But still, you were like fucking, throwing him around and shit. What the fuck? What do you mean? You can't just say you didn't act like nothing happened. What? That should be my line. You, do realize you're just violently shaking Mr. Skulkin. Blimey, this thing's a bit of an hooligan, ain't he? What was going on just now? You saw him. He grabbed me whistle. What a place, as he said, till you mentioned the third gun would have got you down the station. Oh yeah. And why didn't you? 'Cause we didn't know nothing about it. Or that flaming peephole in the door. Sorry about that. I can be prone to lose my rap sometimes. Not hurt, are you? Go on, blimey. See the way he's looking at me? I'm telling ya, this thing gives me the willies. That was, yeah, that was strange. The inspector doesn't normally get quite as worked up as that. He wouldn't normally grab someone. No, that wasn't like crazy at all. He's normally all sweetness and light, no matter what I say to him. Well, he's probably not going to do that to you. Yes, well, I think you might be a special case, Iris. Well, anyway, that was definitely out of character. Yeah, he's been weird this whole fucking case, man. Or really this whole trial, I should say. Like, I don't know what his deal is. Oh, wait, what? Uh-oh. Did we do something? My lord! Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination, sir. Explain yourself, officer. Oh, hey, we got the blood test thing that Rinosuke was so worked up over. I have the results of the test that was ordered earlier, my lord. Ah, the blood. I hope it is the victim's blood. On the accused's overcoat. Thank you, officer. Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. Bro, I didn't even get to point out anything, any weird shit, any contradictions, and whatnot. I believe you have no objection, counsel. No, my lord. It would be very cool, though, if you could just nod. Well, there you have it. The report, please, Inspector. Yes, sir. Traces of human blood were found on the overcoat of the defendant, Miss Judah Lestrade. From the extent of the stains, it would appear they were the result of spattering following a gunshot wound. End of report. Oh. Wait, that didn't even... But whose blood was it, though? Oh, maybe that's why he was worried, because, like, it was a different test. Maybe I was misunderstanding. I don't know. If it was just saying, oh, this is blood analysis and not who the blood belongs to, then regardless, it would make, look bad, because blood is blood if you don't have the chemical, whatever, that they invented. Okay, well, yeah, that does look bad for Gina. But I was like, why would it look consistent with a gunshot wound? Because that was the gilded coat, stab, the guy, knife and gunshot wound, not the same thing, okay? Goodness me. Oh yeah, Skulkin's left, apparently. Damn, that was an impressive little pirouette. Is that a pirouette? I don't know. That was like a ballerina move. Did you practice ballet in your youth, Ashley? See. What did I tell you? No! The blood on that coat is not Mr. Winterbank's. What on earth would you say that, Counsel? The coat originally belonged to Magnus McGilded. Just before his coat was deposited at Windibanks, McGilded had fatally stabbed Mr. Mason Milverton. So the blood on that overcoat is the blood of the brickmaker from the omnibus case. Okay, so that's why it was a bad. That's why the results were bad for us, because it didn't actually identify whose blood it belonged to. It's just that it was regular blood. Okay, fair enough. Well, the dead cannot speak. Isn't that right, my Nipponese friend? Sorry. 2 months ago, in this very courtroom, did you not argue fervently for McGilded's innocence? Oh, I forgot my voice. And yet, now that the man is dead, you brand him as a murderer? Your conduct shatters any shred of respect you may have earned for yourself in this country. But that was... Oh, come on, man, I didn't know any better. I call it a valid disgrace. Treachery, that's what it is. How do you tell me whether the blood on that coat is 2 months old or not? Even a stereoscope couldn't help the answer to that problem pop out. It can't be done. But Iris's blood chemical solution thing, come on, if you just accept that as evidence, we'd be a lot better off. We used Mr. Sholmes' specially formulated chemicals. Mr. Sholmes is a detective, not a chemist. Would you put such faith in a chemical formula devised by me, for example, when I'm a communications officer? Well, if you're not the fucking greatest detective in the world, are you? Herlock Sholmes is a smart guy, okay? Trust me. I know he once said I was a Russian revolutionary who had murdered like 17 people, but he's very, very smart, okay? And Iris is a doctor. She literally has a doctorate. You're not gonna trust Iris just because he's a 10-year-old girl? Come on, pal. I held out Peruski to starving boy, and he ran away crying. Herlock Sholmes is barely more than a figment of the public's imagination. His name carries no weight in this courtroom. No weight at all. How could you say that? Victory is sweet indeed. This proves that my testimony is the whole truth from start to finish. How do you arrive at such a conclusion, sir? As the witness said, the accused's coat was spattered with the blood of the victim. The only way Mr. Graydon could possibly have known that fact is if he saw it happen. In other words, his testimony is solid, and the conclusion is singular. It was the accuser who shot the victim in this case. That is the whole truth. Again, it don't make no sense, though. Why would she shoot him with her own gun, drop the gun out the door, take his gun, hold it in her hands, and then, like, pass out? That's not logical behavior. That don't make no sense, man. Like, really think about the order of events as he's trying to fucking propose them. And again, Graydon was talking about the third gun and how he grabbed it and took it with him, but why does he not present the third gun? Like, come on! I've been debunked, even though it's a bullshit argument. My lord! Been a long battle, this one. But this old warhorse has something to say now, if you please. Mr. Foreman, as of this moment, sir, the squadron has reached its final decision. Ready, men. All for one now. Oh, come on.
Guilty.
No.
Guilty.
Guys.
Guilty.
Think.
Guilty.
Think, you ignorant fucking plebeians.
Guilty.
You know what? Fuck you guys. I don't give a shit what you say. You suck ass. Well, it would appear the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached a unanimous verdict. The defense has consistently failed to unpick this witness's testimony. Okay, well, that's just because Ridenoski's a dummy, apparently. If I were there, I'd be, like, questioning almost everything he says, because, like, again, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Never mind the fact that he just came up with his testimony on the spot after, like, not even saying, after saying he wasn't even there the whole time. Like, come on. Here's to any attempt you may make at unpicking the jurors' decisions being equally successful. Wah. I don't believe it. After I've come so far and tried so hard, but in the end, it didn't even matter. How is it all unraveling on me so fast? Come on, pick yourself up, Ridenosuke. How very distressing to be held in such low esteem. Oh, I know who that is. I can guess who that is. Wait, what? Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Officer? You deliver the report now. That will be all, thank you. It occurred to me with some regularity, Mr. Naruhodo, that scientific truths are determined not by science, but by none other than the human mind. I knew that voice. It's been a while since I actually got to voice him because he's been in hospital this whole time. Am I going mad? Ah! Ah, shit. It's that boy. Mr. Sholmes! What? What is the meaning of this? Yeah, there he go. There he fucking go. Order! 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 What business do you have here, Detective? The last I heard, you were recuperating in hospital. That's what I would be, had I not been set upon an errand. God, I'm trying to, like, I gotta figure out the voice again, because it's been a little bit. Bear with me. What errand? Harley, it's really you! You're awake at last! Yes, good day, Iris. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. Now, my lord, if you will humour me. In what manner, sir? Wow, man, I thought he was just gonna be like, he's gonna rip his whole outfit off and, you know, be his normal, outfit, but he's actually got, like, his new animations and stuff. Or not new animations, but his new animations, you know, in that particular model. That's pretty neat. I have something of great importance I wish to give to the young lawyer over there. I need no more than 5 minutes. Would you be so kind as to spare us the time? What say you to this, Lord Van Zykes? This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, having spent so long already. Exactly! Having spent so long already, but don't go around wasting any more precious time. As I was saying, having spent so long already, it would seem churlish to deny the defense a mere 5 minutes. Eh? Very well then. Down to 5 minutes. Yay! Dude, it's really great to see you, Sholmes. I'm glad you're not, like, dead or in a coma from bad anesthesia or whatever. You might have a scalpel in your stomach though. You might want to, like, if you feel any sharp pains in your stomach, let me know. Yeah, my dear fellow, I apologize for my tardy arrival. Mr. Sholmes, are you alright now? Alright? I'm all wrong. Sorry. I've only just managed to summon the strength to stand, man. I asked to judge for 5 minutes. But I fear even that may prove too much for me. Pray forgive me, should I pass out. Oh. Are you sure? I hope you're... Okay, maybe you're not all totally okay. Let's make this discussion as short as possible. Hallie, this place is full of idiots. None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis is. Ah, well. That concoction of mine was really just a bit of sport to assist me in my investigations. I never took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community. An oversight on my part. Right. Modesty? Surely not. But enough of that. I'm here to give you this, my dear fellow. What's that? What's that? A lavender furoshiki wrapping? A leaving present from Miss Sasato. From Miss Sasato? Ah, Sasato. No, there's someone who's pretty based. If possible, matters are to be settled without me giving you this. Those were her instructions when she asked me to do her this favor. I don't understand. Miss Sasato foresaw today's events, I believe. Damn, I didn't know she could fucking see into the future. She knew that the culprit would attempt to escape justice by means both devious and underhand. And that you, Mr. Naruhodo, fighting fairly as you all want to do, would find yourself in considerable peril. Damn, she knows me better than I thought. At that very moment of crisis, you were to be given this small parcel. Those were the dear lady's instructions. A leaving present from Suzaru-san? Whatever could it be? Oh gosh, I hope it's something nice. Oh, it's a gun. Thanks, Suzaru. What is this? Oh, it's a machine I made. Ah. Wait, what is it? Your cat door flapper maker contraptor thingy? Meow. I love Wagahai. I would kill for him. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the Cat Flap-O-Mat. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? What's Susie up to? Yeah, Mrs. Otto muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant. Bro, Sasato, I know you're not here with me right now, but don't say those kind of things. You are a based judicial assistant. You are based and, knowledge-pilled, because you're, like, super helpful and kind and good. Come on. What? Didn't she say something like that? Oh yeah, she did. I feel like she did say something like that before, didn't she? You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Yeah, you tell her, says Marinosuke again. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say, I've been a complete failure. Whatever did she mean by that, Mr. Sholmes? That night, when you left Miss Winterbanks in pursuit of the thieves, Mr. Zato made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. That is your answer, dear fellow. Not at all cryptic, then. So Zato-san used this cat flap-o-mat that night? But why? Why? Well, that's been 5 minutes, motherfucker. Your 5 minutes is over. We're out of time already? I'm grateful to you for affording us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. I need no thanks, Detective. After all, the die is cast. Is it really? The jurors are ununanimous in their leanings. No doubt my learned friend will consider a summation examination. but any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile. I wonder... Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, sir. The rest is down to you, dear fellow. What is your plan? The rest is down to me? But I don't know shit about a cat flap-o-matic. Yeah. Or what I'm supposed to do with that. I need to be careful here. If I make a wrong move, the trial will end badly. My lord, the defense requests... Do I want to submit to examination? Do I want further cross-examination? Or time to think? I don't know, I feel like time to think is going to get me in trouble. Do I want further cross-examination? Okay, well, hey, this is like what, a cliffhanger? I guess? Yeah, we'll call it a cliffhanger. I'll decide what the next step should be, because it feels like a pretty big deal, and I'm not entirely sure what to do, so I guess we'll discover, we'll think about what we can do next time. Oh, boy, I was glad to see Herlock again, that's for sure. Glad to know he's okay. Ish. But yeah, until then, I will see you around.